All right, so my people, I see the hot now. They say that the government of APC is considering state police because of the rate of insecurity. We don't engulf this country, we they call Nigeria now. Say that it be like say they go consider this state police because a lot of people have asked for it so much. Because the federal does not control what happens in the state. At most, before you go make your contact for the federal, waiting they happen for the state, don't finish them. They want to hand the security architecture to the state governors, maybe they manage their state. And I think that will be in the best interest of the country because as it be now, this country where they call Nigeria, it don't feel pata pata, and there is no solution in sight. So they have to find means because some people don't they push for what do you call it? They don't they push for what do you call it? For licensing of guns to people. So it be like saying that one now can they push them? We make them now want to introduce a state police. So make quick look at it before we see money we didn't recover under Tinubu, we under Buhari, we don't disappear. Now they say that the long-standing controversy surrounding state police may be on the path to resolution following a meeting between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the 36 state governors under the aegis of the Governors Forum. The Minister of Information, who briefed the press after the meeting, confirmed discussions entered around the potential establishment of state police. Security improvements were acknowledged, with a focus on enhancing forest rangers, numeric strength, and exploring the possibility of state police. On food crisis, the National Security Advisor, Director General of the State Services, and Inspector General of the Police have been directed to collaborate with the state governors in addressing hoarding concerns, particularly in the wake of soaring commodity prices. The leaders emphasized the need for enhanced investment in agriculture to combat food shortages, declaring a halt to food importation to bolster Nigeria's self-sufficiency and potential as a net exporter. When these people go they write all these things for news, I begin to reason whether they are mad. Because a country that doesn't have a functioning railway system, doesn't have roads, how will you transport, how will the villagers who are the producers of these food crops transport their goods to the city when there are no roads? You know, people will just come out and be talking and you think that they have sense why they are senseless. How do you transport food from one place to another when seaport will be saying that just to do water that already there, you don't need to dig anything. They can't open it to. The same people are complaining that the country is not moving forward. All the seaports in Nigeria, all the water, all the places that are supposed to have seaport, they can't open it to. Nobody is still remembering them. But you will hear the same group of people complaining that there is food insufficiency and people cannot transport their goods from villages to the town because they don't have roads. And the same set of people, you see them on social media, you see them on news platforms complaining that there is no food in the country. Meanwhile, there is surplus wasting in the villages. You see them? 12. Now, the president and the governors also discussed joint programs to address unemployment, aiming to provide opportunities for the country's youth population. Make we quick hear from them before we wage into other important info with our table.
Now, there is also a discussion around the issue of state police. The federal government and the state governments are mulling the possibility of setting up state police. Of course, this is still going to be further discussed. A lot of work has to be done in that direction, but both the federal government and the state governments are agreeing to the necessity of having state police. Now, this is a significant shift, but like I said, more work needs to be done in that direction. A lot of meetings will have to happen between the federal government and the subnationals to see the modalities of achieving this. Now, these are some of the issues that have been discussed, and Mr. President has also called on the state governors to join hands with the federal government to provide more for our people, especially the teeming youth population. There is going to be a joint program between the state governments and the federal government to ensure that our teeming youth population is gainfully employed, so that we reduce to the barest minimum the issue of unemployment in the country. At the end of it all, the 36 state governors and Mr. President are all on one page, irrespective of political differences, to ensure that Nigeria remains peaceful, Nigeria remains united, Nigeria remains prosperous going forward. And this kind of conversation, like I said, will continue to be deepened. Engagement between the federal government and the state governors will continue.
All right, una don't see where then they discuss state police say whether I go get head who I never know these people now whining then day. When they see say the country won't explode like this, they find waiting, they go take, they deceive the people.
So that we can all be exterminated at once. We don't want war. We want a very clean, quick, and succinct revolutionary process. Surgical. That we put an end to the shenanigans of government. That we put an end to oppression, the corruption of government. I mean, look at it. You have ministers who have active cases with EFCC being asked to bow and go in our National Assembly. You have ministers who have been engaging in high crimes. We have a president that is insensitive to the country. That this country has fallen apart. Nigeria has failed, except Nigerians bond together and bundle these guys out of our national space. We are wasting our time. And don't ask me whether I'm afraid or worried about the legal implications of what I'm saying. I am carrying out a historical duty. Only history can judge me, not a prosecutor or a federal judge. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. You can't kill somebody without...
Oh, I don't hear them when Omoyele Shawore they cut chain, they give these people. This country, I don't know where they go. They don't read for inside this country now. Everywhere na protest too. And so we take the same small until you go come finish these people. We no get sense. Because this government no get sense. Truly, they no get sense. Now I'm gonna watch Falana on this matter.
Wrap up on the right thing to do is to reject the prescriptions of the IMF and the World Bank. Remove fuel subsidy, float your currency, and so on and so forth, which have never assisted any country to develop. Secondly, the government is dancing around the problems. These circulars by the central bank will not address the crisis in the forex market. Two issues that are not being addressed is that there is a group of countries, there are countries in the world today, insisting that we are not going to be tied to the American dollars. We want to trade among ourselves in our currencies. And those countries are in BRICS. Brazil, India, Russia, China, and South Africa. Others are joining them. Saudi Arabia has joined them, UAE, Ethiopia, Egypt, and others. And Nigeria is not there. We cannot be more Catholic than the Pope. If friends of the West are joining BRICS, why are we not there? So that we can trade. Countries, Nigeria and other countries can trade in their currency. We trade in Naira. The second one, in 2018, Nigeria and China enter into a currency swap agreement for 5 years. And as the government, go back to China and say, please, whereas when we signed that swap agreement in 2018, the volume of trade was in the area of $3 billion or thereabout. Last year, we imported goods worth $22 billion from China, even though we only exported goods of about $1.6 billion. Now, we should tell the Chinese, please, we need to increase. Because that agreement will expire in July. We need to renew the agreement. We need to renegotiate the agreement. And then the final one, Seun, is remittances. It's about $25 billion. Where are the remittances? In 2017, I had to drag Mr. Godwin Emefiele to the EFCC when he said only $2.6 billion was coming to Nigeria. He said no. And what did he do then? Is to ask you, if you have sent some money from abroad, you have to go and collect naira. So the dollar component stayed abroad. And I said, no, this is fraudulent. And the EFCC said, Mr. Emefiele, if you insist, this lawyer is insisting that we should, suggesting that we should charge you for money laundering. And at the end of the day, the central bank said, no, please collect your money in the currency to which it was sent, so that you can take it, either you keep it in your domiciliary account or you change it. The central bank is almost reversing that position. So at the end of the day, the remittances will not come to Nigeria, but will stay abroad. So these are what you may call liberal policy. If I had my way, my own radical policy would be that I will sell Nigeria gas and crude oil in naira. Let those who want to buy our product look for naira. And that is how to promote your currency. But this business of everybody looking for dollars, even to pay school fees, to pay school fees, you look for dollars. To rent houses, to sell houses, you collect dollars. It doesn't happen unless you dollarize your economy. So these are the issues the government will have.
Oh, I don't hear waiting this man. So there are brains inside this country where be say they know waiting they go do inside this country. Then it go get sense. But look whether people waiting inside the country now, where they claim say now them be leaders, whether they ready to push the country forward. They are not. So Femi Falana has a very good point there. But when you have people that don't know what they are doing in power, then the country will suffer. I bet make una share this video, make it go viral so other people will see what's going on in this failed contraption called Nigeria. I'll see you on the next one.